All right, so we're going to talk about the 4 drawing exercises that you have been assigned this week. They are the blind contour drawing, the continuous line drawing, the non-dominant hand drawing, and the upside down drawing. For the first 3, you will select an image. You can either pick something in your house that's got an interesting shape or form to it. For the last drawing, the upside down drawing, you will actually draw this image right here, okay? And you can find that in Canvas. So let's go ahead and get started with the blind contour drawing. Now the blind contour drawing is gonna help you draw realistically. It's gonna help you also develop that hand-eye coordination. Now with the blind contour drawing, you have a rule. In fact, you have a rule for all these drawing exercises. And the rule is that you cannot look at your paper. You can start and stop as much as you want, but you can't look at your paper. Don't worry about what your end product is going to look like. So you're gonna have to take my word for it, and I'm gonna draw exactly what you see right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and begin for my blind contour drawing. Now, as I'm drawing, I want to kind of draw about the same speed that I'm looking at the picture. And again, my number 1 rule is I'm not looking at my paper. And I'm drawing exactly what I see. Okay, so I have finished my drawing, and I drew the tiki head that you see right here. Now, of course, doesn't look recognizable really, but we can see some of the same characteristics there with my eyes, there with my teeth. And this is the characteristics of a blind contour drawing, to basically kind of draw exactly what you see. Everything will be out of place, just like you see with mine. Now, however, I can still tell that, yeah, I tried to draw this tiki. I see the nose right there. I see the eyes. I see the mouth right here. I see the bottom part. So everything's out of place, but that's how that process works. Our next drawing is our continuous line. And our number 1 rule with continuous line is don't pick up your pencil. This is going to be basically an unbroken line. You can't pause. Now you can look at your paper, but you don't want to pick up your pencil whatsoever. And this is basically helping you see all those contour lines, and again, kind of helping develop that hand-eye coordination and drawing exactly what you see. So again, for this one, I'm just going to draw this iron right here. You can draw something that you find in your home or an image that you find on your iPad. I prefer, drawing from real life, but for the time's sake for this video, I'm going to draw what I see right here. All right. So number 1 rule, don't pick up your pencil. You can look at your paper. And of course, I'll speed up this drawing to save some time. And there I go. I have finished my continuous line drawing. I notice I did not pick up my pencil. I did not stop, okay? Oftentimes the continuous line drawings, you'll be pleasantly surprised with how cool they look. Kind of a bunch of lines going on. And, you know, obviously it's something you might want to keep rather than your blind contour drawing, which is going to look somewhat messy. Our next drawing exercise is our non-dominant hand. So basically you use a hand that you don't draw with. Of course, I am right-handed, so I'm going to be using my left hand to draw this, and this is basically kind of helping you develop that skill of drawing what you see versus drawing what you know. So I'm gonna have to position my chair around. So for the non-dominant hand, I'm gonna draw the lantern right here. However, you choose something that, you know, something around your house, something you want to draw, maybe an image online. So I have grabbed my pencil here. I'm left-handed, so kind of see how this works out. Now, as I start drawing, I'm closely looking at my picture. Okay? I can look at the paper. I can pick up my pencil. I can start and stop, but I do not want to use the hand I normally draw with. Now you're probably thinking, well, this is going to be a sloppy picture, and most times they are, but they help us to kind of develop a sense of hand-eye coordination. And there is my non-dominant hand drawing. Of course, this one's going to look a little bit rough, just like my blind contour, but I used my left hand the entire time. I made sure that as I was drawing, I paid close attention to my lantern, trying to add in all my lines, every little bit of detail I see, and trying to draw exactly what I observe versus what I think it should be. And that's one of the key things with drawing. You want to draw exactly as you see it, okay? And then, of course, that leads us with our very last one, which is our upside down drawing. And there we go, get my paper positioned correctly. And this helps us to see lines and shapes differently. This is kind of helping us draw with the right side of the brain. So I'm gonna position my chair back. And for your upside down drawing, this is what everybody, okay, whatever grade level you are, whatever class you're in, everybody will draw this picture right here for your upside down drawing. You can find this picture. I've put it in two places in Canvas. It's in the assignment, and it is in the module for week 8, October 5th through the 9th. You can look at this picture. In fact, as I was telling my students this week, this is a picture that I completed when I was in junior high. My art teacher, she had us draw this same picture for upside down. So let's get started with that. Of course, this will be sped up for the sake of time. Now, as I'm drawing this, I'm closely looking at my image on my paper. I'm drawing exactly what I see. You're not going to be perfect. I'm not either. But we want to try to mimic and replicate those lines the best we can. Now, I have my basic drawing here started. As you can see, I started with the hat. I've got the face drone. I have the clothing drone. I've got some basic outlines going on here. In fact, I'll add a couple right here in the clothing. Okay. Now, of course, with this rule, with upside down drawing, you can go back and switch to the hand that you normally draw with. You can start and stop as much as you want. You can pick up your pencil. You can look at your paper as much as you want to. This one's gonna probably take you the longest to complete. Now, you do not have to add all these marks in here for the background, okay? Unless you just get bored and want to. But I am gonna be looking closely to see that you've got your value, your marks put in the face here, in the hat, and in the clothing. And these are basically just simple line. There is just maybe just a little bit of shading, but if we see here closely with this image, they're basically a bunch of smaller marks, okay? So make sure you put those in. Otherwise, you know, if you don't put those in, your work will be incomplete. So what we're gonna do is speed up this video so that, you know, you don't have to sit here and watch me complete this drawing in the actual time it takes. So hope you enjoy. All right, so I have basically finished, okay? You're not gonna be able to get every mark completely right. Just do focus on, you know, your obvious areas here. Your eyes, we see that is a darker value in the eyes. We have some darker values here in the clothing that kind of pop out as opposed to the outer coat here he's wearing. But notice the direction of the lines. We've got some vertical lines here, horizontal lines as depicted here. We see the bridge of the nose here is light, so I've kind of left that light in there. Got some darker shading around the bottom of the nose and the top of the lips here. And I could probably still even go in further and maybe, you know, work on this a little bit more, but you kind of get the point. But this is what you're gonna do for your upside down drawing. Again, do not worry about the detail in the background unless you just get really bored and want to add in those marks. But this is all your drawing exercises. So again, you have 4: blind contour, continuous line, non-dominant hand, and the upside down drawing exercise. For the first 3, you will select an image or draw from real life. And of course, for your upside down drawing, everybody will be completing this. All right, so once you get those done, that is 4 separate drawings. And as always, the most important thing you can put on your artwork is your name, okay? Please put your name before you submit in Canvas. Make sure that name is visible. Points will be deducted if your name is not up there, and of course, there'll be other grading criteria as well, you know, for your 4 drawings. Make sure you put forth effort, and again, don't forget your name. Hope you learned something. Thanks.